Welcome back to another See What I'm Saying. It's the Flex Doctor. Happy to have you with me. Somebody made mention of this little, it's a magnet. Asked me was I into the rainbow. I don't think that's a rainbow. It's a magnet. And to answer you, homie, don't play that. You do you, I'm gonna do me. No more. But I don't have any problem with them. So okay, this See What I'm Saying is about being everybody you've always come into contact with. Somebody asked me how's that possible, and you know how strongly I feel about the homeo. The homeo is really intelligent. It's what's got your heart rate, keeps your lungs going. I mean, you can't stop breathing by yourself. You can't. Nobody commits suicide by just stop. That's not yours. That's from the Creator, and it's greater than you. If that was possible, a lot of people would have, there'd be record of it, but you just can't do it. And it lets you know that, and it also says it in the book, that it's what he left with his posse, but they already had it. You got grown men, I mean, it's like your homeo is basically what creates you in the womb. Okay? It's kind of like your nose connected from the egg of the mom and the sperm of the dad, or male and female, however you want to look at it. It's a collector, and it's like I'm trying to put into context something that I just barely. There's a lot of information out there. You can check it out and get brushed up on it. Maybe you'll know more than I do about it. But it's kind of like that's really not my forte. That's what we're trying to do is get it to connect these two mental. Only importance the homeo has for us, because it's so intellectual that nobody talks about. Okay, it says it in the book, and he leaves it with his posse, which they already have it. You get it how you create, or it's included in your creation. Okay, however that works, but it's charting you at all times. It's monitoring you. It's keeping a watch on you from the inside. But it uses outside, you know I'm always drawing it uses out also to regulate you within. So how do we become everybody just running all the time? It's the homeostasis. What it does, what this is also connected to, and this is where you get your everybody from. Your homeo is connected to your five senses. It's sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. That's five. Now since your creation have been going, it's like it's always learning stuff. It helps you say your touch and smell with outside stuff that's outside. You can walk into a building, or somebody can come into a building and have a bag full of hamburgers. You're going to be able to know just from your sense. You don't see them, but you can smell them, and you're going to automatically. How do you know that? You know, just through it's just through your smell that you know this. How you connected the smell, which is a sense, to the burgers in the bag. It could be a bag full of onions, chopped onions, and it's like you're going to know. How do you know that? And it's like that's the homeo's process. It's processing what you smell with an image of onions, an image of burgers, and it's like that's the process. That's what it does. So as we're growing and coming of age, this is why we don't teach, because feel though that is the male and the female, the mom and the dad. Picture of those two, which is not wrong. Just your homeo is greater. It's more intellectual. Since it controls the five senses, or vice versa, it uses them. Everything just goes through here, ends up in the brain. Everything. It's like you go outside, you feel the wind blowing. You know it's the wind, you can't see it, but it's like you know it's the wind. Okay, homeo's untrained you. This is basically your teacher. And it's like all this data that we store, manipulate ourselves through, sometimes under the guidance of the homeo. It's like you could go outside and it's like from reference, 2 weeks ago you went outside and felt a certain way, just felt, and you end up getting rained on. It's like, man, I knew something felt funny when I stepped out. You know, I should have grabbed an umbrella or a raincoat. Okay, that's your homeo, and there's a relationship, there's a language between you and the homeo. I mean, this is within you, and it's like we don't listen to it. We do not listen to it. So anybody that you've ever come around, it's gathering data, how they smell. You know, you can. And it's like your homeo is a protector. It's going to protect you. So it's gathering this data for self-defense or self-preservation scenarios. You know, what this person looks like. You got those detectives that go in and they can tell and remember stuff about a crime scene. That's what's happening. And it's like if you do so many things so many times and pick that up, it becomes closer in memory. You know, it's like you don't have to really think back far about what's going on, because the closer these senses has this information filed, the easier it is to remember. But like I say, when you before you even come out, this is going. It can feel, but it's like you can't. I asked this the other day if anybody can remember coming out of the womb. Remember if they had music playing. Remember if it was but since it was a long time ago. Remember if you were smacked on the butt or not. And I smacked it back. to remember. But it's already been started, it's already been going. And it's like through process hearing, you know, you hear the same stuff over and over again, and it's like it's going to stick with you. This has been running since before you got here, where you had to be here, you know, in order for it to, you know, there was contact between the egg and the sperm. So since then, you've been processing. It's all in there, every bit of it. And it's that well, it's like you gotta, how can that be? You know, it's like you gotta come out of human. You don't have to be inhuman, but it's like you gotta go just a little bit further than human to think that something within us is greater than we are. And it says it in the book, so that's gonna be my, you know, I'm not making this up. It says it in the book if you can discern it and tie it in there. So anybody that you was in school with, grade school, middle school, intermediate school, high school, college, okay, that's just in those facilities. That's just in people that you meet at the store, people at the football game. It's like everybody that we meet. It's like it picks and chooses it, and it gathers data from everything in the scenario. It's gathering data from everything. It's like some of the fashion, so to speak, that our homies wear, we like it, and it's going to become a part of us. Now, this happens if, regardless, if you like the person or don't like them, and it's like it's going to pick that up. It's reading it. It's going to ingrain that within you. And it's like if this you never see them again, it may not pull up that information, but the information is still stored. It's still stored. And we tie this into the rebirth. Because at this point in time, I'm trying to get you to see what I'm saying. Everybody. We are everyone. This is where you get your sheeple from. This is where you get your societal trending. Since we are a little bit of everybody, if that's influenced, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it like this. You're getting it in two rhythms. You're gonna have your negatives. I mean, just look on social media. You're gonna have your positive. You're gonna have your negative. This can fluctuate. You know, something can be trending and one day it's stock market. But this is reality. This is reality. And it's like you're everyone. You're a creation of everyone you've ever been in contact with. Because they leave this positive and negative. And you technically don't know who you are. You're everyone. And this is why we won't be able to reach that point in life. Because like he says in the book, it'd be easier for a camel to go through the eye of the needle. You jump off into second nature. What I mean by that is that second nature is, say right here, this is hate, this is love. You're gonna grow this, but this is gonna seem a whole lot bigger. It's gonna seem like it's the majority, but it's not. Because everybody's got this. Okay, you got to be in second nature, or wanting to be in second nature. Feel a part of something. It's where you gain mentality. Not at the beginning. Now you got, they rep in the beginning. They got influence to do, became a negative situation. Because I like to say I used to be in the game. And it's like I don't remember doing all that. Trying to sew up the block, and I don't remember doing any of that. I remember riding up the street on the bikes all hours of the night, and staying up late. I don't remember the negative aspect. All my gang related issues positive. I don't ever remember any guns. And it just causes me to wonder what happened to the gang life. I went from my reality to a Western, so to speak. So we're everyone until the rebirth. Pretty much why it's called a rebirth. This has been done, and it says it in the book, but it's like it's been done a whole lot more than that. First nature. I've said it before. You got negative and positive influence. Negative influence will never surpass positive influence. You positive influence, because you're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. So it'll never overcome this, but that is its sole job. And it's like this can come, this can, but this is what I'm saying. Negative, see what I'm saying? Negative can't come into positive because it chooses to stay negative. Okay, it cannot, it doesn't want to be positive. What it wants to do, and here's your serpent, what it wants to do is bring positive here. And what it's going to appear is that they're going to help you carry that cross. No. You go down. When you come over, when you lose your own single cross, you've got all the negatives. And it's like it could just be 10, but it's gonna be more than that one. Okay, that's not we don't call that a win. That's a loser's. We call it a loser's win. It's when you get somebody that's in the positive or first nature falls out, backbites, will slip aside, whatever they call it in the religious realm. But it's like when we come out of love, you have no choice. It's either you're in love or you're out. And it's like you're 7. It all constitutes hate though. And it's like second nature or negative is gonna appear like they hate positive or first nature. They have no choice to be. Second nature is hate. You hate yourself. Now, I said it wasn't possible. Anytime negative, you see what I'm saying? Anytime negatives decides that they want to have a rebirth and go positive, or first nature, that's all they gotta do is will it. The thing with negative here is they choose to be. That's a choice that they make. That is a choice. It's like once you come over here, if it's done correctly, it's just gonna be you. That's why you're so important to us. It's because we want you to get here. We want you to know what love is. We want you to know what the truth is. But we can't do it without you. I mean, we know what love is. We know it is. This is a single cross that you carry. You carry your own cross, accountability, responsibility. It's because nobody does it. We got this, what do you call it, consequences and repercussions that we must undergo. You know, that's what our curse is. So it is possible, but a choice that negative remains negative. It's not because they can't, because we would like to feel in our heart that if you were born and you constitute yourself as a human, you're positive, born into the negative. So there's always a chance, but the difference is this is a choice to stay in second nature. By choice, they choose not to go to first nature. It's only a choice. And it's like it says it in the book, if you eat this fruit, you're gonna die. Okay, that's one street. We call them lanes. Stay in your own lane. Here comes the serpent. Oh, you surely will not. And she had a choice. It says it as I look at it as if you're a male, then it was the male. If you're a female, it was the female. But the way the book is situated is to make the female the weaker. I don't believe that. That's my personal opinion. I do not believe it. And it's like I'm a male, and that would seem really comprehensible. But then put a little bit on there. Put a little bit of that on there right there, boy. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I think she's stronger than any man, any day, anytime. But that's just my personal belief. It's like I think the way that the book is constructed is to show her to be weaker. Because at the time, or prior to, she was strongest. And it's like over generations and generations, you reading that she was the weaker. And I don't buy it. I really don't buy it. Really don't buy it because I have a mom. I know my dad, but I don't know my dad. I had two of them, stepdad and a dad. Of the two, my mom's the stronger. To me, that's just my personal opinion. We are everyone until we become yo. It's like you're sitting there right now going, oh, I know who I am. It's like, do you really know? Do you really know what MentFlex offers? To see if I'm wrong, to see if you're right. I don't want to challenge you, because it's like that journey is one best experienced solo. My journey to get here is through experience. It's because I chose to do it by myself, and it's a routine. Put some sessions, time, schedule, and rhythm, throwing that together and making it to the eye to needle. Am I saying I made it through? I'd like to think so. Being born into this. You were born into sin. It's like some of it's not even yours. It's just stuff you picked up along the way. Once you dump that, once you get rid of this, I'm not saying everybody that you know, but it's like I should not explain it. Some people in our lives that we wish we'd never met. It's like even some of the weaker positive stuff, how to do something you shouldn't be doing, but you liked it, is going to be dissipated. It's going to get rid of. It's like, so we just call those crosses. Quit everybody else's crosses. Just dump them and get the only one that you're responsible for. Just be accountable. Trust yourself when you come to MentFlex, because we're going to show you trust. Trust is the only way. It is the only way to get the love. And this is a hot commodity. This is the most valuable thing on this planet. Love. It's like everybody should be entitled to some LOB. Everyone. Okay? And it's like you can't do it being you have to be the one or just one. Just do you. And it's like we'll show you how to conquer the kumite. And it's like when I say kumite, and I've mentioned this before because it is in the book. Dude that had to fight with the Holy Spirit, and he got himself ends up messing up his hip, knee, something was dislocated. But that's the same thing. It's the same thing we're talking about. And it's kind of like it's updated. It's an updated version. I just had to put this out. You can't be everyone and go to so-called heaven. It's not logical. Okay, you can be forgiven, but you're gonna be forgiven because you don't know that you ain't gonna be able to do it with everyone. It's a solo project. Until the next time. I don't know. I'm also a little shaky. No excuses. We deal with reason, zero. Because there's no excuses. It's been the Flex Doctor. Till next time. Peace and love.